Hi guys, it's Gina from the Glitter Girls, and we're here today. We're going to do a cute little craft. One of the reasons I picked this is it's me for 4th of July, so which is coming up pretty quickly here, and it's just a good time. I don't know if y'all have had we've had so much rain, it's not even funny. So I figured this would be a good craft to do with kids. You can make little ornaments to stick on trees. You can add glitter. You can do all kinds of things. But what we're doing today is we're making popsicle stick stars. Now, what we're going to do with ours is we're going to make a banner, or a garland for us. I got the craft sticks at the Dollar Tree. The smaller ones, you get a ton of them. So if you want to do smaller stars, that's fine. I wanted to do a mix, and then you also, but for $1.25. This had 100. No, this had 60 in it for $1.25, and this one had 100 in it for $1.25. So, I mean, so inexpensive. And then we just had some. Oops, I just knocked one off. We have just some blue paint, white paint, red paint. This one's flag red. And what did I do with it? Oh, thank you. The first thing I'm going to do, we just painted them ahead of time because you don't want to see us paint. That's not what you come here for. That's to see us paint. So what I'm going to first do is kind of show you how I put these together. So I'm going to add just like a dot of glue, and I'm going to take 2 sticks, and I'm just going to kind of make a V. So you can see I just kind of make a V with it. I'm going to press it and hold it there for a second, and let it set a little bit. And then I'm going to take, and I put 2 glue dots kind of across from one another. You'll see kind of down towards the bottom of the V. And then I'm going to put another stick across. So yeah, you kind of just make an A. And I'm leaving space here because I'm going to thread my stuff through it. So, but anyway, so now you have this nice little A. Now the thinner sticks are really easy to work with. The thicker ones, you kind of have to weave them a little bit, and you'll see what I mean in a second. So then on the opposites, I'm put a little dot of glue, and then I'm going to put those down, get those to stick for a second. So now I've just added this one here onto the ends. And my last one is going to go on these ends. And what ends up happening, you can't really put it across because it's so thick. The easiest thing to do is just kind of thread it to the bottom. And it'll kind of stick in there. And I'm going to add a dot of glue anyway, but so your star should end up looking like that. So cute. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue just to keep it where it's going to be. And guys, these do not have to be perfect.
The stars are not perfect.
Yeah, so they're going to be all willy-nilly all over the place. And so you can see I did some that are red. I did red, white, and blue, obviously, for our patriotic theme. I also did 3 small ones that were red, white, and blue. So I have a total of 9 is what I did, basically 3 of each color. And what I would suggest doing is laying them out ahead of time to kind of decide what pattern. I just want mine to be red, white, blue. So I'm going to start. So I played around with it a little bit. So red, white, and then I'm going to put my small blue next to it. And then I'm going to do another big red. I'm going to do the small white, the big blue. And then my last red is going to be a small one. And then white, blue. So you can kind of see I just lay it out in front of me. And then I took 3 colors of yarn. You can use whatever you want. You could use jute. Depends on what you want it to look like.
Sorry, I dropped the I'll edit that out. Okay.
And I just used the mantle to kind of gauge like how long I wanted it. And I just took the 3 colors and I just tied a knot in the end. We also bought these, and they're cute too, and I will probably add these in as we go. We found these at Hobby Lobby, and they're really cute. They look like the little jute stars.
And 40% off at our Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, I was going to say, so 40% off right now. And I thought I would just kind of add these in different places just to kind of see, you know, what it'll look like. So it'll be a work in progress kind of thing. You know, I'm just going to kind of add them in just along just to see, you know. And those I will actually probably go back and tie in individually because, oh, yeah, you don't need to see my cup, do you? So we're just going to go in and kind of weave them in individually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my first star and I'm just going to find one of the little star openings and I'm just going to kind of loosely tie that on there. I'm leaving a couple inches. You know, it's going to depend on what you want to do with yours. I liked the red, white, and blue. If you want to do, I've seen them done with a little bit of like raffia. And I'm just going to kind of do them loosely at first. So I just kind of simply just tied it on there. And then a little further down, I'm going to have to thread this through. I will pick the next one for opening and put it on. And we're just going to keep doing that and adding these stars as I go.
We got all this, all the yarn was actually, what, 99 cents or something at Hobby Lobby?
Yes.
So
Hobby Lobby had yarn for 99 cents. So it just depends on what you want to do. We picked up some ribbon that we may eventually add to it. You know, you don't know. So now I've got this second one that I'm going to put on, and I'll make sure they're facing the right way. Oops, I got a little blue on that one. And this is where it's going to take a little time to kind of do that through. Like I said, I wanted the 3 colors, so that's why it's going to take a little bit longer because I got to get all of that through. And again, I'm just going to loosely knot it because I just kind of want it to be.
Oh, that's cute.
And also, guys, if it's loosely knotted, you can also loosen it, right? You can move it. So move it down if you want to put more space between them, that kind of stuff. However, whatever you want to do to it. Right now, this is what we're doing with it.
You want me to stop the video?